All wrongy. Week 3, day 1, first session back after being up on the Gold Coast for a week. So I managed to get in 6 sessions while I was away and stuck to the program about 90%. A bit of a weird day for me training wise. I was really excited to squat and get into it, and I just felt very tight everywhere. So I was driving about 2 hours every day when I was up north, plus the plane, sitting on the plane, and I'm just blaming it on jet lag. So a normal warm up. The main stuff today is the squats, 3 sets of 5. I can't remember the percentage, and a 3 rep max push press on the log are the main things. So I warmed up for ages. I was trying to stretch a lot. I didn't get to stretch a lot while I was away. It's the main reason I was tight as well. So my working sets, I was building up to 145 kilos. I'm using the Texas squat bar, which is 25 kilos. It's a little bit thicker, and I didn't enjoy using it today. Felt like it was rolling around a lot on my back. But it was good to use a different bar, I guess, and experience it. So this is just me warming up. So I could tell already at this stage that it wasn't going to be a great day squat-wise or training-wise. So I decided what I would do. Instead of doing 3 sets of 5, I was going to do 4 sets of 5. That way I'd get 20 reps total, which is what I wanted to do. The plan was to do 2 sets of 5, and then on the last set, 1 big set of 10 on the AMRAPs. So that would be a total of 20 reps. I thought my knee was hurting from all the sitting that I've been doing. So I thought if I just do 4 sets of 5 at 145, that's a really good amount of work for me. So doing all these warm-ups beltless, as I always do. And I had to put on my knee sleeves as well. Normally when I wear trackies, I don't put the knee sleeves on because I get too hot. But my knee was really aggravating me today on every set and every rep. So here's my first working set at 145 kilos. So belt on, beanie off. And I was really looking forward to squatting today. Last week's squats went quite well, and I figured out where I wanted my torso position on my last set last week. So I was looking forward to trying it out today, trying to stay a little bit more upright, even though I sit the bar quite low on my back, because I can't sit at high bar. I do hold a high bar position, if that makes sense, even though I'm sitting the bar low. So trying to keep my torso a little bit more upright, because that felt good last week, but it was just a bit off this week. Second set from memory felt a little bit better, but it just wasn't my day. I forgot to bring the iPad into work to film on, so I had to film on my phone. I have no memory on my phone, so I was constantly deleting videos from last week up north, deleting apps. I had to delete the Pokemon app just to make room. So this is my third set. For you guys, this will be an AMRAP. So I'd like you to try and hit anywhere from 7 to 10 reps on your last set if you've chosen the right weight. So I just knock out 5 because I knew I was going to do an extra set to make up instead of doing an AMRAP. Reps 4 and 5 today were really aggravating my knee. So I thought I'd split it up, and I just thought I'd explain that to you guys because it's not quite what the program says, slight deviation, but it just felt right for me today. So it says there 145 kilos times 8, so I thought I still did want to try and get 145 for 10 today. It was a goal that I set myself, so I thought I'll do 5, and if my knee's feeling okay and everything's okay, I'll push on for as many reps as I feel like I could do. And I hit 8, which I'm happy with. Technically, I think that could be a PB for me. I don't often go above 5 reps. I know I've done 150 for 5, and I don't think I've ever really gone above that. So 145 for 8. I'll count that as a PB, so I'm happy with that on a day where everything was feeling terrible. And next week I'll go up to 150 for the 3 sets of 3, and I might even try and hit 8 on that last set as well. Alright, on to the 3 rep max log. So just push pressing today, no matter what technique you use for your max log. If you use a push jerk or a split jerk, we're working the push press today. The last 2 weeks have been building up to a 1 rep max and then some back off sets. Today we're doing a 3 rep max. So my 3 rep max is 100, and I hit that ages ago. But last week up north, I was able to hit 105 on my back off sets for sets of 2 for week 2, day 1. So I was pretty confident today. I told you guys I was going to get 105 for 3. I called it. That was an accidental pause. My rhythm was a little bit off today. The log that I was using on the Gold Coast was a little bit harder to clean, but it was really comfortable to press. So I felt a little bit off with this today, but I'm sure by the end of the week, after using this log for a few more sessions, that was ugly, I'll get back into it. I'll get the feel for this log again. So same as using that other bar, it's good to use. I think it's great to use different bars and different logs so you don't get too comfortable on the one log, because you might not use that log or that exact barbell in competition. So 10 kilo jumps for me. It's the final set. The log weighs 66, which is why all these are 86, 96 and 106. So here's my PB. Bit of a grind on the second rep there. Doesn't look like I'd be good for a third, but I knew I had it. Just had to push it back a little bit more. Pretty happy with that. My goal is to push press. Oh, there we go. I want to push press 120. So we're getting there. So the back off sets, 3 sets of 3, as heavy as possible. So there's no percentage that you need to hit or anything like that. It's just 3 sets of 3 at whatever feels right. So my first set here I did at 96, and it felt a little bit grindy. You can kind of tell by watching here, it almost looks the same as that 3 rep max that I just hit. So I thought I'd back it off even further. I went down to 86, and it felt nice and fast, felt easy, maybe a little too easy. So for the third set, I went back up to 91 kilos, and that felt right. So there's no percentage that you need to hit for the 3 sets of 3. It's just getting in some extra work. Don't want you missing any reps. I don't want you to grind, but I don't want it to be too easy. So you're just going to have to find that happy medium. For me, it was probably here today. 91 would have been better for all 3 sets, but whatever, it still counts. Just trying to get stronger. Don't stress. So moving on, back to leg day. Onto the leg press. Week 3, the reps drop on your assistance work, on your assistance exercises. So we're doing sets of 12 now. So this was my first set of 12. I did it at the same weight that I did last week's sets of 15. And then for the next 3 sets, I bumped it up. So we've dropped 3 reps. So just try and put the weight up a little bit. If you can't get to a leg press, this is just assistance work for the legs. So barbell lunges would be a great one. I just want you guys to focus on some isolation movements. The goal with any program, no matter what we're doing, is to build some muscle. And these bodybuilding exercises for high reps, I believe, are the best for building muscle. So on this set here, this was my 4th set. So I've got, I don't know what weight it is, but 3 plates, 6, so 7 plates here. I did 12 reps and then just took off 2 plates and did another 12 reps to finish out my 5 sets total. So I get up here, take some plates off, and then I sat straight back down. So it's just called a drop set. And I felt this more in my legs, this set here, which is the lightest set. I felt this more than doing the straight sets, the 5 sets of 12 with the same weight. So next week, I'm going to play around with it and do something more like this. Build up to 1 heavy set of 12 and then do 4 drop sets. I felt just a massive pump in my quads, which is what I'm after. So still learning what works for me, and what works for me might not work for you. So keep trying different things. This is the prowler or sled work. So for week 3, it says truck pull, which means we're mimicking a truck pull. So we use the harness like this. The goal is to get as low as possible and move as fast as possible. No percentage or set weight that you have to hit. It's just hard work, and you do 3 sets. So the first week we were doing a push. We were pushing the prowler. The second week we were pulling, and this week's a truck pull. So just alternating every week. It's just some extra leg work, some extra conditioning, burn some fat, build some muscle. And truck pull might be popping up in Victoria's Strongest Man and Woman in November. So this is something that I think we should all stay on top of. Now there's a lot of beer and tacky that's spilt in that spot there. You see me get stuck. It was fucking horrible. I hated it. And I pretty much grinded to a stop. So ideally it won't look like this. I want you guys to be moving fast. It needs to be hard, but not that hard. But that was the ground's fault. I blame the ground for that one. My last set here, so I kept it at the same weight for all 3 sets. If you guys don't have access to one of these, a bike or just some type of cardio work, but I want it short and intense. I don't want you to go for a 20-minute jog. I want sprint work. So a bike or a treadie or just anything. But just get some cardio in, try and move fast. This is my last one here, and again it got stuck on the beer. And I haven't watched this yet, but I get stuck there for a long time. It was horrible. My shoes are slipping, my toes were hurting, my foot hasn't fully healed from dropping the stone on it a while ago. This hurt my legs, and I had to lay down on the ground for about 5 minutes after it because I was literally dying, thought I was going to vomit. I don't want you guys, it shouldn't look like this. It doesn't need to be that heavy, but I didn't know it was going to get stuck like that. I'm grabbing onto everything that I can. I wanted to stop, but I thought I'm filming, and if it was a competition I wouldn't stop, so I don't know, you just got to push sometimes. It was gross, I hated it, but I'll come back stronger. See ya.